Jesus Christ. Hold on. I don't know if it's live or not. I gotta hate this program. A bad record. Hello. Oh, God. Great. I don't know if this is streaming or not. I guess so. That was my allergy clinic reminding me of my appointment. All right. Yeah, I know it's low. Shut up. Okay. I'm here. Such as it is. Whether anybody else is on, I don't know. Oh, it always takes me longer than I think to go downstairs. And the next time I'm going to have to do 15 minutes. Anyway, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Harried, belayed by nutcases at the bus stop. Another one of the top 100 reasons I want a car and want to move the hell out of California. So anyway, I went to the hospital last night. I'm still having problems with that, in that they no longer make... What the... Oh, great. I don't fucking believe this. Hello.
Hey, George, it's Tom D. You got a minute?
Tom who?
Yeah, hi, sir.
Oh, yeah. What? While I was doing a live video cast. Your timing is terrible. Go ahead, though.
Well, you're not live now, are you?
Yeah, I am.
You are right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Except,
leave me alone. I'll call you later.
except the damn tab crashed, so I'm not sure if I'm live or not. My computer. Uh, live. I've had 3 calls in the last 3 minutes. I'll call you when I'm done. Bye. Ugh. Kathy. I just got out of the shower and I'm sweating in here. It's 70, but I can't run the air conditioner and do videos. Oh, God. The Reflectix is supposed to come tomorrow. Thus the hooks. Then I can put it on the window and hopefully it will drop the temperature down here 15 degrees. Which will make it 65 and relatively comfortable. All right, now it's time for the sacred juice of my people, or at least of me, Welch's grape juice. I don't know if it screws up ulcers, but it's juice, and I'm tired of water. I didn't get my damn medication. I gotta call the hospital when I'm done with this. And call Kathy. I watch Adam Woo's stuff all the time. Remember, he's got a car and makes money. I gotta walk and roast and be accosted by nuts. And he edits his videos. He can edit out the nuts. I get live nuts. I go to the bus and there's a nut snorting out of a can. The cops put the can down, made him take the stuff off his leg, made him put his hand behind his back, and I guess they were to take him in for being intoxicated on God knows what the hell he was sniffing. So, really strange. Hello, everybody. God. I got to start getting it earlier, but I got on the bus as soon as it came and went over and fed the kitties, and I walked home and did the 2 quick videos, uploaded the 2 quick videos, and went down to feed the other kitties. And in one of the tabs, the cat food, Friskies has this horrible problem. You pull on the tab and it breaks. Now, as to Tom Danheiser, he probably got told of the very negative review I gave George's book. And let me see if I can find it. This is straight off Amazon. This review's from Mad as Hell, America's #1 all-night radio show host takes on the dangerous world we live in, hardcover. I waited 3 months for this book and was deeply disappointed in it. George is a personal friend, and for some reason he went off on a tangent, and instead of talking about the anger in people, he went on and on and on for 64 pages talking about his life, which had little to do about the premise of the book. And then at the end he talks 4 pages about how people are mad and how they should do something, yet he never says precisely what they should do, and or gives suggestions. I don't know if doing this was George's idea or his editor, but this is not supposed to be an autobiography, but a book on why people are so angry at governments, friends, co-workers, etc. around the world. There was nothing ground-shaking, shocking, or revealing in the book either, despite the liner notes. Any listener to Coast or any conspiracy show or podcast already knows about the subject he covers. This book could have been an important book for people, but George missed the boat on this one. Avoid it and save your money, and I gave it 1 star because it's not supposed to be an autobiography. And that was Tom Danheiser calling me, so I guess they're going to ask me to remove the review. I haven't been on Amazon, so I don't know. But I got to call him as I see him. Yeah. That was Tom Danheiser. He said Tom D, and I said, Tom D who? Because I only know him as Tom Danheiser. So I guess they saw the review, and somebody at the network or George, I'm not attacking George, but when you have a book where this many pages are his autobiography, and let me tell you a bit about my life, that's like the guy on the bus. You say hello to him, or he's got a cute dog, as happened yesterday, and the guy went on and on about his life for about 45 minutes. And I got all the way in the back of the bus. He's still talking till he realized I was reading my book, and stopped yakking, and then he got off the bus. So you can't escape. But that shouldn't have been all about George. And, I don't know if this book was ghostwritten or not. I'm not going to say that. But to wait 3 months for this, you read the liner notes, and then it's very disappointing. I thought this would be a book. His show is about people being mad. I'm not saying anything. I don't know what he did right and didn't right, except for what I've been informed. But I'll talk to George about that one day. If he ever talks to me, I don't know. He may never talk to me after this. So, and I told Tom I'm live on the air, and he said, "You're live, I'll call back." Then Kathy called. UC called my doctor's appointment for the allergy clinic, so I can hopefully get evaluated to get shots for the grass allergy so I can stop any infections. And I wish my voice wouldn't keep doing this. It's driving me nuts. But I don't normally give books 1 star unless they're really bad. I give 1 star because it's not an honest book. He goes on about all kinds of topics. Yeah, I can see you, Sergeant. He goes on about all kinds of topics, and then he goes on in section 11, and goes on for 60-some pages about George Noory and his life. His parents, his sister, his sisters, his brother, his children, every place he's ever worked, his time in the Navy. And I'll go, what does that got to do with mad as hell? You could have done that in 1 small chapter. Okay, I've done this, I've done many things, and then I became the Coast to Coast AM. We talk about these topics, and here's what I think you should do, rather than just being mad. That's what I would have done. But what do I know? I'm doing videos in my bedroom. I'm not getting paid $2 million a year. And if George Dunway talked to me after that review, fine. But I'm not the only one. There are negative reviews on there that say this book is terrible. No, actually, now I can say this. Bill Burns wrote the books. And they had a contract to do books. And according to what I've heard on podcasts with Bill, Bill was no longer... The contract was broken or dissolved, and it cost Bill a lot of money and put the Burns into financial hardship big time. So, and Bill is still, the last I knew, and Nancy. Bill and Nancy are friends of mine. We've talked on the phone. So, there's a lot of hard feelings about that. But Bill Burns wrote at least some of the books for George Noory, and Bill Burns wrote the cookbook. I've heard Bill Burns say that, so no, I don't have it direct from George. But I trust Bill Burns. As I'm feeling fine. I've had a little bit of reflux. I went to the pharmacy, and they don't make prescription Prilosec anymore, so I have to call back the emergency room. And the guy gave me a name of something I never heard of that he takes. The pharmacist has an ulcer. Well, no, because I haven't listened to Noory lately. I've had all these problems. Between the burglary, Boop dying, the pretty kitty getting run over, my medical ailments, Kathy's problem, her new cat, her problems with Ratty Patty, I'm inundated. I'm lucky. Now, last night I watched 5 episodes, including The Grey Ghost, of Batman and Superman Adventures from 1996 or 92. Those were great Batman stories. And that's what I did when I went to bed. But there's nights where I don't even know what time it is. I mean, I'm doing stuff around here. I did laundry. This is a shirt I put on because I did my glasses on when I got another shower. I didn't put the laundry away from the other day. I went shopping. I went to Home Depot to ask about hole saws, because I don't know how to do that. Because next month I'm going to build a cooler and have it sitting on this chair when Abram isn't in here. And put a block ice in it, or 2 blocks, and I have it want to be silent, and have it be able to be plugged in, and eventually get a solar panel and have the solar panel on there. Because I got my PG&E bill, it was $212, partly for running this damn thing, and that's going to kill me. So, but I'm going to have a little cooler on here, and have it blow cold air while I'm doing my videos, and doing live. So I won't be sitting here with sweat pouring down me, because I don't like looking like that much, so it's feeling like it. Now it's gone up already to 78. And I'm here tonight. Hello, all these people. 16 people in here. Wow. I'm here because I was supposed to go to Kathy's, but Ratty Patty didn't show up yesterday, so Kathy went out today. One of these days, I will have Kathy come over here, and she'll be live. What do we got here? Oh, peach water. She'll be live next to me, and then we can both talk, and you'll see Kathy. Yeah, I was really, really sick. I've had a little bit, one small chest pain and one little bit of bile. But I took the only thing I had, which is Prevacid. I took 2 of those. I know you're not supposed to take 2, but I have always had this theory. I'm a bigger guy, even though I wasn't overweight. I'm big. I need double the dosage. And I've told the doctors on that. But I was lying there in bed and just, it was burning my lips. And they gave me that GI cocktail, and that's worse than the acid. I said, can I have some more stomach acid, please? Because this stuff is horrible. It had Maalox. They gave me this little pillow. I don't know what it was. They gave me the stuff to drink, and then they had me chest X-ray, EKG, and then they had ultrasound on my legs, which tickled like hell because the girl kept running her hands down my legs with a device, and they put this gel on me. I didn't know if I was being checked out for blood clots, or they were going to put me in the oven and baste me. So normally, the only time I have gel put on me is if some woman giving me a massage. So I got out of there, got on the bus, tried to do a video on the bus, too much noise, I was out of power. Got home, still had reflux, took those pills, and yeah, well, you know, George will not have me on the show. I've asked Secret Door, I've asked, let me come on for 5 minutes. He won't do it. I think it's Tom, but I can't prove it. I don't know. I think the book was badly done. Hold on, I got 2 things to do. Let me get up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm also upset about the cat carrier. I got to return it. All right, the rest of them are up there, and I can't look for them right now. Here's his last book, Work of Fiction. I liked it. The haters from Bell Gab got Amazon to remove it, saying I was a shill. I'm not. Here's his latest. Here's the other book. Someone is watching. Someone is hiding something. I've got most of George's books, if not all of them. And the cookbook's up there. And I got something to do in a minute with this. And here's his book. And he starts at page Part 10, page 251, 52, 53, 54, 55. A bit about my background is necessary. You will understand how and why I came to conclusions I have. A blank page, and then chapter 67. And this ends at page 342. So he goes from page 255 to 342. There's the book. The rest of it is talking about UFOs, alien abductions, global warming, Nikola Tesla, pictures of his family and George, God and aliens, life in the universe, we are not alone, Carl Sagan, and the science writer for the New York Times who wrote a book that George got involved with, really liked. Water, around the world, HAARP, terrorism, weather control, hacking, EMP pulse, and about his Night Talk book, people having a perception of the future. But everything he covered in here is already talked about on his show and other shows all over the internet. Now, if you've never heard it, it's a good book up to the part of the autobiography. You don't know anything about these things, it's very good. Gives you a good overview. But it's not what I would have done. I wouldn't have talked about me for pages upon pages. I talk about me enough as it is on video. I would have done a separate pamphlet or a little book. When you buy the book, you get my autobiography. Or put that in the back of the book. It said, last chapter, here is the story of my life for those who are interested. If you you listen to Coast all the time, you already know about George Noory. Well, I don't know about that. I've got a book, Elvis and UFOs. I like Belzer, so, and, you know, for what it goes. I've never seen that cop show that he was on. I don't know if it's still on the air or not. New York something or other. But that's neither here nor there. Hello, White Crow. As for Rod Johnson, just send me an email. Yeah, he likes that speech from the network. I never heard him play it. Okay. Here's the 2 Kindle Fires. This one isn't on. Hello. Okay, this is the replacement. So what I'm going to do, you'll bear with me for a minute. Take my screwdriver. These things are very, very delicate. I almost broke it the other day. using a scissor. Another case of bad design. Because it almost snapped off. And I'm going to... Well, I had a scissor. Oh, hell. I know this is the right one. And part of the problem with this place, I put stuff down and then things get buried. I wish my mouth wouldn't keep doing this or there goes a cat. Something falls on the floor, I can't see it because it's dark. Okay. I know they're going to make sure you don't shoplift this, but they also make it really hard to get it open without a scissors. Okay, the other day I got told by two guys at Walmart, this should be what you want, and it's not the right one. So I looked it up at Amazon. This is the right one if I can get it open. God. Where's Hercules or Arnold Schwarzenegger or one of them guys when I need them? Boy, they make sure you can't open your teeth either. Godfrey Daniels, it won't open. There we go. Oh, that's why. They put armored plastic in it to really make sure it's really hard to get this thing open. Okay. After 30 minutes of struggle, there's your 16 gigabyte card. Micro SDHC. God damn it, Mount, stop doing that. UHS 1 card with adapter. Alright, now, being very careful not to drop this, because if I drop this, I'll never see it again. We'll see if you're supposed to be able to transfer Mobile Strike onto this little teeny card. Oh, it's going in cockeyed. I would never design something like this. As an old software hacker and mechanical assembler. What the hell? Tell me this isn't right either. Oh, there we go. Nope. What? Stupid thing keeps trying to pop out, which is really dumb. Once you've opened this damn thing, it doesn't want to stay closed. The spring keeps trying to pop it out. Without a card, it closes fine. Now, in the old days, I would have Loctite. It would have Loctite the damn thing shut. Well, I'll have to resort to the low-tech method if I have any low-tech in here. Damn. Well, I don't have any Scotch tape. So for right now, we'll hold this. This gave me 766 megabytes of memory or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. But it keeps trying to pop out. And then it keeps sending me SD card unexpectedly removed. Bad design, folks. You shouldn't have to hold it down with your hand. Or I have no issues with black people, except for Black Lives Matters. That a lot of them are racist. They hate whites. They hate Latinos. They hate Asians. I hate phonies and frauds, and it's not about Black Lives Matter. It's about, a lot of it is about anarchy, looting, vandalism, arson, and disrupting other people's lives that have nothing to do with their issues or their cause. So, and if your black friend invited you to a birthday party, your dad won't let you go, that's too bad. No, I'm not making a... What? Faulty funnel? What the hell is a faulty funnel? No, I'm trying to get the stupid car to stay in. It doesn't want to stay in because of this badly designed door. There's a little hook. You can barely see the little tiny hook, and it's supposed to hook in there when you put the card in, but the card keeps wanting to pop out. Let me try this backwards. I doubt if that's the right way. It may not even fit in here. Nope, that's the right way, but it won't shut, and it barely goes in because the door gets in the way. Okay. I don't care what color you are. If you're going to act like an anarchist, a vandal, a terrorist, a jerk, then I'm against you. If you're going to go and loot somebody's store or trash their car or set fire to something, I'm against you. And if you happen to be black by coincidence, or white, or Asian, or Latino, or mixed, or where the hell you come from, you go out and riot, I'm against you. Now, the problem is that people hear that, oh, you're against Black Lives Matter, you're a racist. No, I'm not. I'm a realist. The people are violating the law, they're civilly disobedient. They think they have the right to disrupt things. Marching is one thing, but when they block freeways and stuff, yeah, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got two hands, I need five. Just a minute, I gotta unlock my iPhone. Go to the email. Get the Amazon out of the way because it's trying to tell me about the Reflectix that may get here one of these years. Now that's odd. It said you sent me the email. There we go. It's in social. Why? I don't know. Oh. And they give you a little tiny microscopic line on the iPhone to respond to look at this. What? Wallpapers for my phone, courtesy of Hayao Miyazaki. I'm a little puzzled. Why would I want Japanese wallpapers on my phone? Crash zeros and bombers, a Japanese house, a bunch of factories with cliff Wow, there's more factories on a cliff. A little girl and a girl, another bomber, a battleship or houses. I don't know what the hell with turrets. Imgur app. Well, I have enough apps. Why do I need this, Rod? I don't have an idea why you sent me this. So I'm puzzled. Hello, Armin. God, this is aggravating. It will not stay shut. Guess I gotta get a hammer. This is what you do. This is what drives you nuts when you're an assembler building computer disk drives. And you get something, you had to file it down or beat the crap out of it or Loctite it. And when I lost my storage, of course it would have dried up by now, but after 16 years, I lost my storage. I had things to keep this sort of thing in line. This won't stay shut. It's really stupid to open this and then have the hook not work. I'll be right back. It's going to drive me crazy. I think I have tape out there. Luckily for me, I had tape nearby. Oh. I got one day when I get a real chair to sit in and a bigger room. One with central air conditioning. I want to sweat and roast. And I won't talk funny. Ah, yes. Okay, through the miracle of El Cheapo Walmart jumbo roll tape, it stays shut. Bravia OLED TV. I wish. That's all I buy is Sony. Okay, SD card removed. And let's see in settings if I can find them. Because this thing is horrible. It crashes when you're looking at Google. Yeah, I'm much better. Thank you. Okay, storage. SD card storage, 14.83 gigabytes. Your files, 0.91 gigabytes. Others, 51 gigabyte. No, 0.91 gigabytes for one item. So there's the storage. So now I got storage. I'll look up some Loctite or something, some way to keep that shut. But now maybe I can put Mobile Strike off of this. So my Mobile Strike game will work. Because every time I try to do something, it crashes. All right, let me shut off the phone. Rod, why did you want me to have these screenshots? Oh, that's sad. Stan Lee's wife, Joan Lee, dies at 93. That's sad. Okay. Let's do this. One thing that crashed on this, really stupid. You go to Amazon, it crashes going to Amazon. Now this is sold by Amazon. You would think their app would work. Look, it went back to the screen. Because this thing has crap for memory. Built-in memory has nothing. I'm seeing your chats. I'll be so glad. I cannot do the live. I've written a letter to the collection agency in Florida. I don't want to send them any money, and I'm sure that they're not going to pull something. You really owe us $227 or some other crap. All right, now. All right, I just sent the word test. It worked fine. All right, we're in Amazon. And it keeps turning. All right, now we're going to type in another thing that's bad about this. You type a word and it merges all the words, which drives me. And look at this. It just crashed. Now that may be because I'm doing live video and there's not enough memory to, not enough, I don't know what you call it, to run this and do the live video. But this is stupid. It's why, another reason why I want my iPad. There's one on MacBall for $400, and when I get $400, I'll buy me a new iPad. Get the other one repaired. I do everything in shifts. And by the way, If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe. Please donate to my PayPal account so I can get all this stuff fixed and go cable internet and get a new iPad and go get a non-alcoholic beer. I went down to the liquor store 4th of July night and wanted a non-alcoholic beer. We don't sell singles. I said, the other place does up the street. I just wanted a non-alcoholic German beer. Oh, God. Such is my life. Went to feed the kitties and in the dark. No beer. I don't drink much real beer because I get drunk on 2 beers. Okay, let me scroll back up. Oh, I see the troll. What was his name? Mr. Troll here. Last time. Carl Cargo. Who said my PayPal link didn't work. It did. And by the way, I have no pool. I would love, the ideal thing to do would be to have something on a iographer and on a tripod and weight it down so it wouldn't fall in the pool and do these live videos in the pool. So at least I'd be comfortable. And cool. Let's see. Why are you surprised, Dexter, that Trump would bash CNN? He always bashes CNN. They're the Clinton News Network. If he doesn't bash CNN, that's a surprise. All right, I'm going to eat this potassium-filled, but supposedly not good for your ulcer banana. I have had nothing to eat all day. Now, today's question of the night, would you be mad if you were George Noory if you read that review? Detaching yourself from knowing me, I felt I had to be honest. Maybe I'm too honest. I don't know. The Cat in the Hat? No, I'm not the cat. It's not the Cat in the Hat, but I love the Cat in the Hat. I don't know what Tom called me about. He was going to talk to me, but when he realized I was alive, he said he'll call me back later. Have you send me a picture of you wearing in South Korea? Why would I be in South Korea? No, toaster app. What is a toaster app? I have an old school toaster that incinerates bread. If I turn it up too high. If I don't turn it up too high, it doesn't cook the English muffins well enough. So I do not have an intelligent toaster. And my microwave now, I got this microwave for $29. I noticed this morning that the ceramic inside the door, not the door, but right in front of the door, the ceramic has been disintegrating and you're seeing black underneath. I hope that doesn't mean radiation's escaping. But this is what happens. You're poor and you buy a cheap microwave. Because my Magic Chef died. And two of them died. They sent me a new one. It died. So I won't buy him anything Magic Chef ever again. Let's see. Red shorts. Yeah, well, I didn't have time to... I couldn't see what I was looking at. I can't see without my glasses, and they were sitting on the bathroom sink. I ran in, took a quick shower, ran out, dried myself off, put on the red shorts and this shirt. I couldn't see. I've got a whole stack of clean shirts, but I haven't had time to put them away. I was too sick and too busy. Now, see, this thing is lagging considerable. Rod Johnson, are there 2 of us? I don't think so. What? Wait a minute, there's 2 Rod Johnsons? Hold on a minute. Hold on. This is weird. How can there be 2 Rod Johnsons? Welcome to Doppelganger Theater, folks. I'm scrolling back up. Wait a minute. I only see 1 Rod Johnson. Just a moment. Oh, this is funny. It's always something on this damn channel. Always craziness. Let's see. One thing about the stupid microwave is when I cook something in the microwave, even if I heat up coffee, the glass plate on top of the microwave starts to move forward like a avalanche. And every day I have to push it back because the microwave starts vibrating and everything on it wants to fall on the floor. I've got on top of the milk crate, I've got vinegar and soy sauce and condiments bottles and things inside the milk crate to give me a little shelf room. But boy, this thing really lags. I'll be so glad when I go to cable internet. Pay my cable bill off. Get Comcast, even though I hate them. Sorry, everybody. Oh, you didn't get online. Well, too bad. They got guys in South Korea eating, they get millions of views. I got 13 guys and a guy stuck in a bus station in Bakersfield. So, where'd my cup go? White Crow, did you steal my cup? There it is. I got a new subscriber, but he seems to be a troll because he put trollish comments, so I blocked him on my chin. No, you may be getting some double feed. I see two rod. That other rod isn't me. Maybe I've been hacked to it or something. The other rod isn't me. Maybe I've been hacked to or something. Or you've got a doppelganger, or you're sending out two signals. I would shut down and restart your device and see if that happens. The content's a bit technology advanced tonight. I know how to turn lights on. Yeah, well, they got an interesting light bulb, and I'm probably going to buy one next month. I have LED bulbs in all these lamps, except for the one above the kitchen sink. That would have to be rewired, and the one that controls the light that you turn on when you come in the door. I'm big in the LEDs because they save you money. But they have a new LED, I saw it at Walmart. It's in the kids section. It's called the Crayola LED. And as a remote control, it's $10. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it for the green alien light because it has like 16 different Crayola colors. You push the button and it changes colors. So I want to try that. $10, what the hell. I'll sit here and do a video of just the alien head. And actually, you know what? He's my co-host every night, every video. He's sitting there, but he never says much. Very quiet. Probably smarter than I am. Grub will never come on this channel. Period. She has insulted me on Belgab. Copied my style of videos, and I've been informed of this by numerous people, so no. Sorry, Grub. Now I'm eating a banana, see? Because I feel like a monkey when I talk about Surigab. One banana for $1 at Walmart. You have just seen me eat my breakfast. I don't know how George feels. It would be nice if George were to call me, since Tom has my number, and tell me directly, instead of using an intermediary. But maybe I have more integrity than most people. When I read a book, I'll say this book is good or this book is crap. Now, by the way, this is the book. This upset me. George to the guy from Pittsburgh, and I got strawberries on it. So if I ever get George to sign another book for me, I had one strawberry in the bag when I took it home and it got wrecked it. I thought this was an interesting book. The plane has never been found. I thought this was a good read, but it meandered a bit. and I had trouble reading it because it kept shifting from location to location. Not how most mysteries are. I consider it a mystery. And we have this. And we have the cookbook, which, when I first reviewed it, was selling for $9.95, and it went to $20 within days on Amazon and eBay. I raised the price of the book. So, now I suspect Tom will probably ask me to remove the review, and I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm eventually going to get journalist credentials. I consider myself to be on the edge of being a full-fledged, full-time, semi-paid journalist. And of course, and by the way, I can't understand why I suddenly got 60 new subscribers. It never wrote me. Someone paid for subscribers for me. I did a review of the werewolf book, a short one. I did a very creepy book, The Michigan Dogman. I did a review of the not Donald Keel, Donald Keel in the brain. Ed Ruppelt book on UFOs. What the fuck is in here? Excuse my language. Oh my God, I've got a... I don't know what that is. I think it's a spider. I don't kill spiders, but it's just sitting on my wall, and it's very creepy. Hold on. For posterity... Rod, I'd still like to know why I'm supposed to keep this app on my iPhone. Okay, let me... Boy, I'm going to get really close to this guy. Okay, I took a picture of him. I'm not sure if it's a spider or some kind of very weird bug. But I'm very allergic to spider bites. Well, the dinosaurs died. And then Halley's Comet came, and then the first airplane flew. And by the way, there is a great error in history. Led Zeppelin needs to be called Led Schwarz, because the actual inventor of the Zeppelin was a German named Schwarz, and he died before he could do his first test flight. And Count von Zeppelin bought the patent from the guy's widow. So the Zeppelin should be called the Schwarz. And he was a Jewish guy that designed and created the Zeppelin. So, and where did that cat go? Everything bounces on the floor when I drop it. Okay. It's not a bad review. I don't think. No, it's not a dental tool. Sometimes I wish I could do my own dentistry. It is a... Where did I put it? Put it back? Put it somewhere. One day I'll have proper lighting in here so you can see what the... Well, if I can ever... Someone wants ever in the area, come over here and help me put the halogen lights back in my halogen lamp. Then I can see what I'm doing in here. And when I put things down, they wouldn't disappear on me. These are normal pens. And by the way, I have the Strange Purell. God, he's dissolving more and more every day from the heat, I guess. This is the cup my mother kept pennies in. And this one is a Welch's grape juice recycled can that I washed out and dried out and keep more pens in there. The thing I was using, though, if I can ever see where I put it, is a little double-headed screwdriver. It's got a cap on it, which dropped on the floor. And what it is, on one side there's a Phillips head, a little tiny Phillips head. And on the other side is a regular flat-headed screwdriver. And I'm always looking for a Phillips head screwdriver. And I found this thing years ago. I don't know where. But it's come in very handy over the years. Why are you watching this? I don't know. Really? Armin says his brother keeps hitting with his shoe. Well, get your own shoe and retaliate. That's what I say. Maybe a bigger shoe. White Crow is anti. I don't know anti what. Okay, Rod, that's enough. You do this every time you're on here. It's time to put you on timeout. Let me ask you, what would you do if you were me? You give an honest review of a book, and if I'm asked to take that book review off, I'll probably say no. It may cost me a gig on a television show. I have to have some integrity. I'm not going to live oh, this book is wonderful. You need to buy it. It's one of the best books ever. I loved every page of it. I got something flying around. I think a fly. My dad was in the Army for 17 years. My uncle was in the Wehrmacht, the Luftwaffe, the Kriegsmarine, the Imperial Japanese Navy. My grandfather was in the German Navy, in World War I. And I come from a military family, but I was not in the military. But I have great respect for anybody who was in the military or current military people, including the Coast Guard. Because they're a quasi-military unit as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm a little puzzled by that. Why would Ronald Reagan ask George Norrie to join the Navy Reserves? That's something that I find odd. Barack Obama is one of the great dogs of history. Well, I don't care for Brig, but she has left numerous negative comments, Ma'am Belgab. That's why she will never be in this chat room. I got enough trouble with trolls attacking me online, delivering pizzas to my house and stuff like that. Well, you can enjoy her all you want. I'm not going to watch her stuff. Did not say gay on it. Ridiculous. It said to the guy from Pittsburgh. Now I can't get any closer than that. Guy, G-U-I, not gay. Where'd that pen go? No, I lost everything in 2001 when I lost my storage at Public Storage. So I never had a high school yearbook. I had junior high school. Because I was in the 10th grade in one school, the 11th grade in a private school, and the 12th grade in two public schools. Yeah, if they give me a post on have my own conservative show on CNN, because they really need equal time on there, and they don't ever get it. Shortwave, please don't bring it up again. It's one of the top 100 sore points, and she's about number 5. She won't get into this chat or on this channel. Period. Don't ask again, please. I wouldn't take $1,000 for Brig to be on here. I love cantaloupe. Kathy likes it with vanilla ice cream. I just like plain cantaloupe. I'm waiting for this seedless cantaloupe because I get tired of... What do you do with the seeds? You got all these yucky seeds and pulp, and there's nothing... You got to throw them out, put them in the trash, or put them in a bag and throw them in the garbage. But I like cantaloupe very much. Got to know how to pick them. They're going to be soft at the end and all that. But cantaloupe are good. Take a while to eat. Don't like honeydew. Don't like green melon. Look, I ban people who I consider are trolls. I'm not going to let trolls in here. Period. No. There's no drinking game going where I knock one back. This is Welch's grape juice. Now, drinking that and sipping on Welch's grape juice, and I've already shown you guys the bottle. This is straight from Walmart. It was unopened till I poured it. There's no alcohol in here. I'm not drinking anything except grape juice. And White Crow is channeling Humphrey Bogart, Strawberries. I knew I had them with geometric logic. When they hid the strawberries in the wardroom. I'm remembering that for 40. I haven't seen Cane Mutiny for 40 years or more. Next Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, don't start with the braces again, please. No braces and Dolly and Moomaker Dexter. No, I can't take that anymore. I saw it. Everybody else saw it in the world. They edited it out for some reason. No, no convergence or whatever the hell that weird thing was caused. Your parents won't buy it for me. What? RuneScape membership. How old are you, Armin? Maybe I need an age restriction. Oh, I've got another. Oh, another. That's a message from YouTube. I don't know how people who are in chat can be hacked. I mean, is that easy? I have no idea. I would work cheap at CNN. Give me enough so I can get off disability forever. You don't have to pay me $2 million a year, but, you know, enough to buy my land, buy my house, buy Kathy a house. I'd take that back because I looked at a house for her, and it was at $950,000. Very nice house in Clayton. She would have loved it. Pool, sauna, fruit trees, everything. So I'd need $3 million up front, $4 million. I just happened to, well, some of these were my mother's pens, and some of them work, and some of them may not work. But I just happened to accumulate. I was already running out of pens, or you get a pen, you start writing, and the pen dies, and so you go get another pen, and then people give you pens. So I know it exists. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about RuneScape. The only games I play online are Dominations and Mobile Strike. That's it. And I got to figure out... This may screw up the stream. But there's Mobile Strike on my iPhone. I'm not sure what MMORPG. I assume that's multiplayer or something or other. That's a pain in the ass to play this on an iPhone. And when OS 11 comes out in November, if you install on this iPhone, which is a 5S, this will no longer work. So I don't even want to do that, but I guess I'm going to have to go get an iPhone 8. I already have a handicap placard. They send me one every year in June or July. I'm registered already. I'm handicapped. This was not left here by Kris Kringle on Christmas in next to my fireplace. I'm handicapped, folks. Although, if I did not have the speech impediment, yeah, but that would make you look like a fool. And the haters, see, they always ask you to spend big bucks. And I will go into my... Here's actually I have 3 bases, but there's one of my bases. My mother came here, yes, I believe it. My mother came here in 1950. My dad was here. No, German ancestry. Actually, East Prussian ancestry, because that's where my mother came from, her family originally, before they crossed Europe to get away from the accursed Russians. Not the Russian people, the Russian army, which are different. And White Crow says, I tell lies, I'm lying now. Yes, the Harry Mudd syndrome. Everything Harry Mudd tells you is a lie. Everything White Crow says is a lie. And if White Crow's he's lying, it's still a lie. No, my grandfather was not part of the Luftwaffe. I had, and I don't remember if Heinz was in the German armed services or not. I had Uncle Werner, who was in the infantry. And Uncle Siegfried was in the Kriegsmarine. And Uncle Willy was in the... No, Uncle Siegfried was in the Kriegsmarine. I'm sorry. Uncle Willy was in the Wehrmacht. Uncle Werner was in the Wehrmacht. And I don't know what Heinz is. And my Uncle George, on my father's side, we have a distant branch, the family that started in Japan, was in the Imperial Japanese Navy. And, well, it doesn't say gay, it says U. There's a GU, so stop it, Armin. If you were here, you would see the U. It's a very small U, but it says U. There's no A there. Take a look. That's not an A, it's a U. No, there may be a gay from Pittsburgh, but I don't know who he is. We didn't have gay people when I grew up. At least we didn't know any. Didn't know any gay people. Back 1952, they were all in the closet. When I was born 65 years ago. And frankly, people in Pittsburgh, gay guys, probably got the crap beat out of them for being gay. Which I wouldn't advocate. You want to be gay, be gay. I just don't want to hear about it. I'm tired of everybody telling me they're gay, they're drag queens, they're transsexual, heterosexual, bisexual. So, I can't figure out how to live stream this. And without crashing. I'm going to do live stream gaming? Not on DSL, I'm not. Yeah, Carl Student. I've probably got a book around him here somewhere. Can't find the book right now, but this is a dust jacket, the one book I have by Stephen Abrams, D-Day, June 6, 1944. Books around here somewhere. I have a lot of military books in here. When I had my other Macs, still got the games in those. I got 5 binders full of disc. This is Age of Empires 2. Because the haters, if I took the review down for a weekend spot on Coast, I'd have no integrity. I'd never hear the end of it. No, I'm not going to do that. And if George says, okay, I can't be your friend, you left me a bad review or negative review or a too critical review, I didn't say the book sucked, but I consider it deeply flawed. Yeah, well, Crete was a mess. They massacred people, but then the Allies massacred soldiers too, and civilians. So, there were a lot of people in the Wehrmacht, the Luftwaffe, the Kriegsmarine that were professional soldiers and were not Nazis. The SS, the SA, they were Nazis. But everything I've talked to members of my family, what little they would say is they hated the idea of communism and they hated the Russians. So, and given that we were born, that my family, no, we were born in what is now Lithuania, there's no love for the Russians on the Baltic coast by the Lithuanians, the Estonians, the Latvians, and the Ukrainians, and the Poles. And Trump just went to the polls. I don't drink an alcoholic beer. I drink non-alcoholic. What's this? Well, Amazon Prime, Joanne Craft Store. They keep sending me these notifications. My phone won't turn off. So, I would love to be a host on Coast to Coast AM. By the way, I read something that in this book I got, which is in the other room, a Jewish history book, that one guy had a lisp, and that's why he was not offered a radio career. And I now have a pronounced lisp because I'm missing teeth. Now, I think it's when my mouth gets dry. You don't act 42, Armin. You act like you're about 14. There. That is this morning's coffee that has been sitting early. So it may be with this periodic lisp. That's not always pronounced. And one day I would, if I had any teeth left, it's these two missing, and this one I think it's causing a problem. I'd have to get implants and then have orthodontics. Put my over right back, and then I couldn't talk for a while because my teeth would be going back like this. And so, and I don't know if that would get rid of the lisp or not. Look up Pinky Lee sometime, who was a Jewish comedian who died of a heart attack, and he had a severe lisp. My mother said I saw him at Kennywood, and that's where I got my lisp from. But I don't know how you get rid of it unless someone hypnotizes you. You will no longer lisp. And you will no longer do videos and leave bad reviews of George Noory books. If you assume they're bad. I don't think that's a bad review, but I am biased. Like I keep telling Kathy, I am your master, and everything I say is golden words, and I am always right. And when I'm wrong, it's only because I did not have enough data given to me to draw a conclusion. And then I'll have to revise my opinion and come out with a revised opinion that is equally correct. I'm never wrong. And if you believe that, I got a bridge I can sell you. Yes, it's right on San Francisco Bay. I'll sell it cheap. $20 million. I need the money. I need an iPad. I want one that's solid gold. I don't know who's behind in chat. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm really confused now. I've got Rod Johnson say he didn't send me a message. Now he's saying he sent me a message. I used to have in storage one of those little handle drawer things with counters and hundreds of dice. So I played Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for 5 years, and one of the problems is every Sunday, my one day off, partly day off, Kathy would come and start mooing at me. Oh, I love you and I miss you and all this stuff. I love that, but this is man time. This is, guy time. This is man cave time. And every Sunday she'd come and bug the crap out of me. Get mad because you're up here playing this stupid game. Yeah, I'm up here playing this stupid game because we enjoy playing these stupid games. And we would also play SSI war games, which big map, war between the states and victory in the Pacific, war in the Pacific, other things. That's how I met my friend. So we did that for a long time. But I haven't played I played Magic a little bit, and I played Magic the card game, and I played something else. I don't think I've played a live role-playing game since I lived in Sacramento, and that's been 1990, so. Yeah, there are some nice container houses. I'm not going to have a $5 million container house, or a $4 million. If I had millions of dollars, I'd build a real house, but I'd build one that had the ability to build extensions, which is why I want a container house. 50-year lifespan for a container, by the way, and I won't be here unless some miracle happens for 50 years. If you want me... I think the reflex is attacking me a little bit. If you want the... They're not $4 million, White Crow. Okay, look. Assume for a minute it's not rectangular. This is your container. $1,200 for an empty container. Then you got to put flooring in, insulation, supports, cut out the windows, cut out the doors, put wiring in, put insulation in. I already said that. And put connections for electricity and solar. And it's $1,200 for a bare container, not $4 million. God, if I had $4 million, would I be here in this roasting oven? No. I'd already be in Nevada on my land. You'd see me doing one from a live studio. And you could call in. It's Grub trying to call the guy from Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, the person you have reached is not in service. I would have a real video studio, and in the background would be a 25-seat movie theater. The lot I'm buying is going to cost me $5,000. So, but that's all dependent on whether or not I can build on it. If I can't build on it, I'm not going there. Find somewhere else. Okay. Damon Lake, Aaron Oldfold, C-31 pilot, let's not forget Mr. Spock and all his other multiple handles. He claimed he was in Roseville. He didn't, I don't know if he said he lived there. Then he claimed he lived in Southern California, either on Edwards Air Force Base or next to it. He also claimed first that he worked at Lockheed, then he claimed he worked at Edwards, then he claimed he worked in a facility owned by Lockheed that was on Edwards. The guy can't keep his story straight. And then at one point he wanted me to go to Guerneville or Geyserville or some ungodly place. No, I was not friends with Billy Mew. We talked about that. I had the wrong guy. I thought it was him. He said he never did live plays. We talked about that at UFOCon. He was there. So somebody got the part that I didn't get, but it wasn't Billy Muley. It might have been somebody else, but I can't remember after all these years who the hell it was. What I'm going to have to do one day when I go to Pittsburgh is see if they have the files for who attended the Young Actors School there. And Then I could maybe jog my memory. I've forgotten stuff because I'm old. But I know I was up for a part in a play and didn't get it. But anybody can claim we're... All right, define global citizen, because I've heard the phrase, but I have no idea what it means. And I have no idea who... Again, I've heard the name Dickie Babcock, which sounds dirty. But I have no idea who Dickie Babcock was or is. Well, we're an hour and 20 minutes of the slowest show. Oh, excuse me a minute. I have to get up. That's my bad hip talking. I need to stretch. I'll subject my stomach to you. Sorry about that. Oh. I fell years ago on concrete out of a chair like this and didn't think anything of it, never looked at it. From time to time, I get spikes of pain in my hip. Siegfried was an officer on the... He was scheduled to go on the Bismarck, and he became ill and went to a hospital in France. And Werner and Heinz and Willy were all enlisted men. So, Werner was a mechanic. He worked on the tanks and the trucks and the Jagdfeuerwehr und Nachtflugzeug, Panzertelefunken, Sonderkraftwagen, Sorgen, Sonden and Gefestung, which is my friend's name for a radio wagon. He combined all these German words into one word for radio wagon, but that's our running gag about the Jagdfeuerwehr und Nachtflugzeug, Panzertelefunken, Sonderkraftwagen, Sonden und Gefestung. But he worked on the vehicles of the Wehrmacht. No, they were... Look, we had Christians in our family and Jews in our family, and the Christian ones, you joined the military if you were of military age. You didn't have a choice. You didn't go in the military, the Gestapo or the SS would come to your door and take you away. Now, one thing, Hitler's maniacal thoughts about the Jews, he said in 1922 that he would start hanging Jews from the lamppost in Munich. He was stupid. I think the figure was 1 million Jews served in the German army in World War I and the Austrian army. So he had a manpower pool he could have used. Even if they weren't in active combat, they could have done support work. German are my mother, Japanese are on my father's side. And I can't be certain about this. His father may have been in some military, my father's father. Excuse me, whose name escapes me right now. I have the papers in a bag somewhere. My father's mother was named Mary, but I cannot remember my father's name right now. My grandfather. They held me when I was a baby. Thank you, Shortwave. He says, I'm one of the most knowledgeable guys on history. Well, I've probably forgotten more about history than a lot of people know. One day, one of the reasons why I want to get out of this room and into my container house is so that all my paranormal books will be behind me. And then you'll see all the books in one spot. You don't hear what, Carlo? And how many years was who sober? I struggle to talk too. I've got this damn lisp that's driving me crazy. Maybe it's caused by drinking grape juice. I don't know. I will say one thing. Grape juice does something weird to the inside of my mouth. It makes me pucker. My mother has tapes that she recorded of family things. It's in a box to send to my niece. They're on cassette tape, and I don't have a cassette recorder that... Well, wait a minute, I do have a cassette recorder in the living room. I've never listened to them, but my mother would sit me down in her living room. And let us say it's noon. And 6 hours later, she's still talking. And you feel like Robert Hayes in Airplane, where the people, he's talking to the people in the plane. They're committing harikiri, they're setting themselves on fire, they're hanging themselves, they're shooting themselves. Make it stop, I can't take 6 hours anymore to talk about the history of the family. A little bit of the time, yeah, but not, I missed the bus one night, had to walk 10 miles home because she can't talk. No, Pinky the cat, and I miss Pinky the cat. I think he's still downstairs. I see a cat with a little pink nose when I go to feed the kitties, but he runs away. He ran out because Fluffy was chasing him and beating up on him. Pinky was named after the fact that he had a little pink nose. Little pink nose. Pinky cat. Not named after Pinky Lee. Although it would have been an honor to name him after Pinky Lee. We had a song, and welcome to our show, and It's on the net. You can look it up. He has the opening of the show, and he sings his theme song. Pincus Lee, I think, was his real name. I know the first name was Pincus. A Jewish comedian. I don't remember the background of where he came from, but he was very big in the 1950s. He had a heart attack on the air, and so they thought anyway. Running at, I am the master. You are the slave. You will obey your master. I get that a junior high school play we were in where the guy came out. He was the great director, Jonathan von Wertspiel. And the two girls who are his acolytes and companions, he is always right, our Lord and Master, and they hit a little triangle. Ding! That's where I got that from. It stuck in my mind for years. Of course, Kathy does not listen to her master. I'd much rather have Bard Reed. I dream of Jeannie. Yes, give me Jeannie. Yes, Master. Anything you want, Master. I like that idea. Yes, well, Jeannie, first, palatial mansion, video studio, my own talk show, countless, endless vault of spending money, American money, real money, not counterfeit, not Confederate money, not phony money, enough money to take care of people in need. And long before the circle of distrust called me the master. But I said, I'm the master, Kathy. You must listen to your master. She never does. Silly woman. And I said, all kidding aside, I tell her, if you would listen to me, I'm 4 years older than you and have got a lot more experience in certain areas. So in other areas, I'm not competent to discuss matters like how to fix brakes. I know everything in a car, but I can put air in the tires, put oil in the car, put water in the radiator. That's the extent of and I can change the windshield wipers depending on what kind they are. And the new ones elude me because I can take them off, but I can never get the damn things back on again. And in the old days, the guy at the service station would come out and change the wipers for you. But now you have to go to the full serve. Would you change these wipers, please? Oh, we do not do that anymore. So you are stuck with no wipers on your car, and then you can't see. It is. Sewer gab is the... Sewer gab is so bad. Torturers, terrorists, former SS and SA men avoid it because it cheapens their reputation. That's how bad sewer gab is. Only really bad, inept trolls post on sewer gab. Not that everybody on sewer gab is a troll, but enough of them are. That has a very bad reputation. I'm not the only one that thinks so. Of course, if the owner of Sewergab, MB, Michael Unpronounceable, were a decent person, a lot of that activity would not. Okay, I'm not going to dignify that comment. Rod Johnson, you are blocked. And the next time you come on, you will be banned. White Crow, what do you want to believe? And except when I'm kidding around, everything I say is true. I don't lie. I forget, but I don't lie. No, I'm not going to do a Ouija board. I got enough trouble without tapping into the dark side of the cosmos. Thank you. Not going to do a Ouija board. Sewergab exists in a place in the universe where the stars don't shine. No, in the Sewergab universe, there are no stars because the trolls killed them with trollish weapons. Sewergab is a place of evil. And where are Barnacle Man and Barnacle Boy and Merman Man? Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man when I need them. Now this is odd. I didn't open these. These are little tiny hook things. I didn't open these, and yet it came out of the package. Go figure. Must have done that in the bag. This is what I'm going to try to hang on the... I need one for my hats, because every time I put my hat down, it disappears, and I need to hang them on the wall. It's another reason I want a house. I can have everything hanging or put away neatly. You'll never see a lot of clutter. I love these videos guys do on YouTube where they have the workshop and all their tools are outlined, and somebody's painted the outline of a screwdriver, a hammer, a saw, or whatever, and they're all on the wall. And they got workbenches, and they got all their equipment in perfect order, and everything's clean. There's not even any sawdust on the floor. And that's what I want. One day, it'll happen. No, I'm not moving to Pahrump. One reason is they want too much money. There was a lot, just a lot, across the street were real houses. A lot with sagebrush. And it was 1/10 of an acre, and they wanted like 30 or 40 grand for it. It's too much. I have him on 1 day off a week. I don't want to do... He wants to do it every 2 weeks. He doesn't have a life, you know. Not like we're a gay couple or something that live together. Which we're not. And I don't know him that well, but he's willing to come by every 2 weeks. And I've said this repeatedly. I don't beat my girlfriend, and that's why Mr. Troll got banned, and he'll be banned for the rest of the evening. I've never beaten my girlfriend, except when there are times Kathy will smack me on the head, and then I smack her back, and then she smacks me again. That's because we're playing. But there's times she has hit me when she gets mad at me in the car. And finally I get mad, and I grab her hands, and I say, that's enough. Or I stop the car. I pull the keys out of the Prius and say, we're stopping right now, and I'll throw the damn keys out, not the word I use, and walk off. And there's a couple of times I've been driving the car, and she's been out of the car to go shopping or something, and she got me so damn mad, I lock the doors and start driving off. Now, I don't really drive off. I think I've done that once. I've actually driven out of the park and let her standing there. I did that once in... around Santa Cruz. She made me mad. She walked over and tried to hitchhike. So I drove around and looked for her, and I finally found her on the on-ramp. I said, get in the damn car. I don't get in the car. I said, get in the car. You are not going to hitchhike and get raped or killed or murdered or whatever. Get in the car. Well, I'm mad at you. You're mean to me. Well, you're being mean to me too, and I'm tired of it. Get in the damn car. Got in the car. I drove a couple miles, and then she took over. I said, look, you got to stop doing this. It drives me crazy. But I've known her for 40 years, and I'd have to have a patience of a saint, but the saint would have blown his brains out by now. Even Simon Templar, the saint. But I love Kathy, and these people are... You're reading Kathy. Kathy is 20 miles away. And I haven't seen Kathy since the last time I did a video with her. So, that's, what, maybe a month ago, month and a half? I talked to her. That was her on the phone. Let me see how far. I'm not going to show you. Excuse me. Things I drink give me make me burp. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, by the way. Now, you know, it always amazes me, these weather apps you get, none of them agree with each other. This one's saying Yahoo Weather says it was 98 today, and it's currently 81. And it's 80, right on 80 on my... And Weather Kitty, which I love. I hope the new app doesn't not work out for Weather Kitty. Weather Kitty stops working. I'm very sad to lose my Weather Kitty. Weather Kitty, and there's the cute kitty of the day at the beach. It said it was 96, so maybe it was that. It didn't feel that hot when I went out. There's another kitty. You can buy kitties for this. So now I gotta find. There we go. All right, now go to Google Maps, and I will look up. And for some reason, which drives me nuts, it keeps wanting to re-sign into Google every time I use this damn phone now. Okay. Alright, it's less than I thought. I thought it was 20 miles from here. Kathy lives 13 miles from me. It's a 2-hour bus ride each way to go to her. It's a 2-hour bus ride for her to come here. No, an ambulance took me to the hospital in April, the week before my birthday, on a Saturday. So it's 26 miles round trip to go to her house, or 26 miles round trip for her to come here. And both of us are tired when we get done. I'm not going to go up and, excuse me. Hello, Kathy? Yes, open the door. Why? I want to beat you. Oh, okay. Come on, don't be ridiculous. I don't have a car. I only know one person with a car. And that's my neighbor who takes me to Walmart and has taken me twice to the recycling place. So, goodbye, White Crow. There he goes. So, I don't beat my girlfriend. That's one video I did when I went to Napa, and Kathy said, blurted out, don't beat me, and I wasn't beating her. I was ready to strangle her because she wouldn't get off my ass. Much like my late mother. Complain, bitch, 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 you're terrible. And calls me the A word all the time. My mother didn't, but Kathy does. And after 40 years of dealing with it, I'm damn well tired of it. I love Kathy beyond counting, beyond any, I can't think of the word, but I love her dearly. I would never hurt her. And I've hurt her feelings at times, and I've said things that were wrong, and apologize. And she does the same thing to me. That's what couples do. And for all practical purposes, even though she's still technically married because her husband abandoned her, it's been so damn long, she hasn't even seen him, doesn't even know exactly where he is. One day she'll get a divorce, but as far as I'm concerned, she's my common law wife or whatever, but Who cares about labels? She's my sweetie. I love her. I get a little testy with her because she can be a real pain in the ass. But the same for me. The other night I told her, because she called up to complain about the kitty. I said, well, the cat will calm down when you get him fixed. And I keep telling you that. And of course she went, you're a bleep. And hung up. Now how do you deal with that? In some ways, I'm far more rational than she is. She lives on emotion. She's a Cancer. I'm a Taurus. This is how you do it. And this is why you do it. And it's logical. And she says, you're not Spock. Look, I knew Leonard Nimoy, sort of. I said, I'm far more logical than you could ever be. Because I can think of how you do things in a certain way, and that's the way it should be done. Now, that may be the German ancestor in me, I don't know, or the way my mother taught me. All is Ordnung, all is in order, in Bristol fashion, as Picard would say. But this is how you should do things. And a lot of times when she does not listen to me, then she screws up and, oh, you're right, why didn't I listen to you? She doesn't say it in those words, but that's basically what she says. And as for Art needing another paranormal expert, I think Art has all the paranormal experts he never needs. He ever needs. I'm not an expert. I just know a lot about the paranormal. I may not know how to elucidate what I know. And part of it is I don't want to be bragging. But I've read enough about it. Good Lord, I've experienced it. So, well, Kathy is Kathy. She does what she wants, much like the ratty one does what she wants. Part of this is the male female thing. You know, men are from Mars, women are from the insane asylum. I'm kidding. All you women out there, I'm kidding. But we look at things differently.
No, I don't want to do Baby Falky. Sorry, I ain't gonna do that. No. Don't want to do it. No, it wouldn't be prudent.
You know, one day you're going to take me away. All these voices will come out at once, and they'll just put a net over me, put me in a straitjacket, and I'll be gone. Oh, Jackie Mason is hilarious. And he's right. Former rabbi, by the way. Or cantor, I can't remember. Brilliant man. Man that everyone in America should watch, even if you're liberals. And he tears in the liberals and he tears in conservatives. He's retired now, but he still pipes up. He's got a channel on YouTube. He makes me practically fall on the floor. I'm laughing so much. Now, it helps if you're Jewish, and it helps if you understand the Jewish accent. Yeah, the Baby Falky started because I started doing Baby Falky. I did a video with Baby Falky one night. And the evil hater and troll and creator of the disgusting George Senda fan page, not George Norrie fan page, that was the equally disgusting and evil troll, Mr. Spock and his Damon Lake. So I did a Baby Falky video because little Chris said, can you do something in a baby voice? And then he said, we will have a show, an animated Baby Falky show, and it'll be on the network. NBC will run it. It was total BS. That spider is still there. What's he doing? Not moving. Baby's dead. I won't kill spiders because they are beneficial to the environment. Now this is odd. I'm looking something. The chat is way behind. So let's get this to where we have. Okay, we have two thingies. Let's see where. And so I did this Baby Falky video, but it didn't get a lot of views, and at the time it hurt my throat. I've learned there's two ways to talk, by the way. You do stuff out of your mouth, or you do stuff from your diaphragm, or you do it from the inside of your throat. So when you do voices, and it's a lot of practice, and I really wish I could get these teeth fixed. I hate the lisp. But you go and you talk like this. Or you talk like this. Or you talk like this. There's different ways to move your mouth and your tongue and the air to talk in different dialects. And I would have to look in the mirror like Rich Little did and hear recordings over and over again to do certain voices. Move ahead with vigor. Way in the back of my mind, there's JFK, Von Meter, from the old days, when I was about 10. Hit record, The First Family. So, all right, someone type something, because I got a blank screen with no interaction going on here. There's nothing going on. Yeah, envy is bad news. Envy should be forced to clean golf courses at 120 degrees in Las Vegas or something. And this whole troll crew, too. Whew. Yes. Hello. I got a bug on me. Well, it went away. The sun was crawling on me. So, now, I hope my videos don't get moved from Coast because of that review. I hope that George doesn't decide never to talk to me again. But I gave what I thought was an honest review. It wasn't mean-spirited. And if they don't talk to me again, the show sells, and I'm the guy from Pittsburgh is not on George Noory's television show, so be it. If I looked on Amazon right now, there would be other reviews on there. Let me see if I can. Okay, here's Amazon. Really sucks about these. Go to Walmart's Wi-Fi or Home Depot's, it doesn't work. Amazon takes forever to load. By the way, this is the tape I was looking for today, which they didn't have, but they had something like it. The Reflectix foil tape. Oh, hold on. To go with the Reflectix I'm getting tomorrow for the window. All right, now we're going to look up. Okay. All right, $17.63, and if you look at Night Talk, it's got 4 stars. Talking to the Dead, 4 stars. The Snacks Book, 3 stars for $7. And Mad as Hell, 2.5 stars. And so let's click on Mad as Hell. I purchased this in on June 29th. Five reviews. This was a catch-all book, and the title is very misleading. It contained the entire history about UFOs. He spoke about his anger about how things were today, but the last the last part of the book, it seemed like half of it was a self-biography. He should have kept it short, but seemed to repeat himself several times and rambled on and on. The book was too long. I found myself skipping many pages just trying to get through it. George has many talents, but writing isn't one of them. This is by Bookhound 40 on July 4th. The title is misleading. Save your money. 2 stars. All right, that's one. Then there's my review. 1 star, rated 3 months. This book was deeply disappointed in it. Somebody, Joe Nicely, the movie network premiered, Howard Beale, blah, blah, blah. And goes on an extended rant. She gives it 4 stars. Which I don't understand. I read her review and I basically... part memoir, part call to action. Talks about the economic... I'm taking excerpts. Economic inequalities, war on the middle class, vulnerability of our power grid, possibility of a breakdown of civilization due to an asteroid or solar flare, possibility of extraterrestrial life. The connectivity of the internet makes us targets for thieves and terrorists. He's heard of all his research and all he's holding nothing back in this new book. But everybody has heard these topics. This is nothing new. Now, he is right, known for compassion and honesty. He's compassionate. I agree with that. Lets listeners and experts a chance to tell their stories. What is this bug doing on top of me? I don't know what the little tiny fly. Mad as hell is a wake-up call, announcement that action is needing, an explanation that something needs to be done. We, the people, need to pay attention, be smart citizens who want to own our own, save our own country, our world, our lives. We need to get mad as hell and decide we're not going to take it anymore, which is a direct quote from a song just like George Norrie. Galleys for Mad as Hell provided by Tor Macmillan. Now, I'm going, who gets galleys to do a review of a book? This sounds like a show review. And here we go. Not what you would expect, but still worth the read. 5 stars. If you're looking for a companion piece to his radio show, this isn't it. If you're looking for insight into the man, a wonderful commentary on the State of the Union, this book is for you. The problem is he gave commentary on all these topics, pages and pages. That was good. But he didn't do anything about what you can do to stop all the madness. And that's the whole problem. All right, why is nobody typing? I got 8 guys here. We had 15. Well, the chat apparently is in operation, so I don't know where everybody left. But I don't think that this was a very good book for the reasons I gave. If you never heard about EMPs, UFOs, alien abductions, terrorism, computer hacking, software hacking, hacking into stores' credit card records, good book for the portion of it that's not autobiographical. But they go on for 64 pages about my life. That's too much. And one guy said it's hard to follow. And if George did write this, he has a style that's very hard to follow because he jumps from subject to subject to subject, and it takes you a long. I read the whole book. Even the biographical stuff, I read it. But it's not how I would have written this book. I would have said, these are the issues that we're dealing with that are causing people anger and angst and heartache and depression and causing people to go crazy and commit suicide and kill coworkers and kill innocents and kill strangers. And this is what I think we should do about it. And he didn't do that. So anyway. Okay, guys, you got to say something. Let me see if I can look at my phone. Ugh. Oh, that's horrible in here. And let's see, any more reviews here? Here's about 1 star. Not about Ghost, and that's what's wrong with it. And that's what's also wrong about Coast to Coast AM. 1 star. Not about Ghost. So this guy's big into ghosts. If you're into ghosts, don't read this book. Oh, God. So he wants George Norrie. I'm not sure if they can be taken more one way. Is it about ghosts, or he's complaining about not having any ghost writing in it? I don't know. It's not about ghosts. If you're a ghost, do not buy this book. There's nothing to do with ghosts. That's funny. It's dumb, but it's funny. How many times has George Norrie had guests on about haunted houses, haunted locations, other hosts on Ghost? They have ghost guys all the time. This guy's big into ghosts. Well, George, you know your next book. You better do ghosts. Oh, God. Let's see if Fox will tell me where Trump is. Oh, de Blasio, the nut from New York, is going to Germany to protest the G20 summit. Man captures pale tiger on film. Man arrested at Senator Flake's office over Scalise shooting remarks. Scalise went back in the hospital today. He developed an infection. Woman convicted of making 15 fake claims. This woman looks like she weighs about 500 pounds. Flipstar's sexy beach date. CBS, it's not our fault the 2 people are gone from Hawaii 5-0. Strange dome on Mars. Cuba opening love hotels. Let's see. Throne Stars talks ending. Sons of Anarchy spinoff in trouble. Soldier in Belarus dies on vacation, body tossed from hotel window. Firefighters meet baby they helped deliver in the backseat of a car in San Diego. Joan Leo dies. Loesch slams fake feminists behind anti-NRA women's march. Krauthammer crazes very uncharacteristic, very anti-Russian Trump speech. California kiteboarder glides over humpback whale. And crime stories. Professional runner outruns 2 bears while training in the woods in Maine. New Jersey police find large boat left on side of highway. Maybe it's Chris Christie's boat. Oh, God. Video shows Doom Bride inside helicopters has crashed, taking her to her wedding. Here's one. You don't see everybody. Fight over Star Wars and Star Trek led to assault, Oklahoma police say. Activist Linda Sarsour calls for jihad against Trump administration. More crazed leftists. Another train derails in New York. New Jersey transit train derails at Penn Station. And Illinois House of Representatives overrides governor's veto of $36 million budget. So Illinois is still going crazy. That state's going to financially melt down. They say they can't even pay a lotto if you win it. Even though that money is supposed to be protected. Let's see what's good. Alexa has 15,000 skills, but I have to tell it 6 times to turn off the alarm. Sony adds PS4 games to something. Ancient Roman concrete outperforms our own. Well, the Roman concrete was damn good. And NASA plans to do something. So there's some of the news out there. I knew Leonard Nimoy for about an hour. We talked for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. I wasn't using a stopwatch. We were at KJO in San Francisco. But, you know, Leonard and I talked. Got to know each other. I'm sorry he was an alcoholic and a smoker, and that's the smoking killed him. Didn't know he was an alcoholic. He wasn't drunk when I saw him. He was perfectly sober. But seemed like a regular guy. We talked about being Jewish. He says, don't you want to talk about Star Trek? I said, no, you get that crap all the time, Leonard. I know who you are. I watched Star Trek. I watched you on Mission Impossible. I've watched you in Search of. Well, people think that what you do on film or what you do on TV is you, and that's not all you. I know there's a person behind there somewhere. And he was really gratified to hear that. And we talked about being Jewish and going to temple and different things. And, you know, it's been... about 40 years ago. I've met William Shatner, talked to him for a little bit. Had dinner with George Takei. I've never known how to understand how to pronounce his name. I just said George. And knew Jimmy Doohan. So that's the extent of my Star Trek people knowledge. And I once, at a convention, met Michael Dorn very briefly. Worf. I like Worf. And I'd like to talk to Gates McFadden. I had a big crush on Gates McFadden. And, of course, Jerry Ryan. I send Jerry and Drone emails saying new videos up. Justin, he sent me an email yesterday about, sounds like a troll, about something that I sent him. Can't remember right now. Without looking it up. And 6 weeks send me money, so I sent him some videos up and thanked him for that. He sent me $55, which shocked the hell out of me. So, but the circle of trust will never be together again because of things that were said and done and things that were not done by 6 weeks' wife, who may or may not exist. He claims she dumped him for another man and is divorcing him, and she's rich, and he can't fight her because she's rich and taking custody of the son and all that. I don't know what to believe anymore. And I have issues with Drone, and I don't have many issues with Jerry, but I've been told that all three of them have talked crap about me. So I don't know what to, like I said, I don't know. My sources say this. I believe them. So they will never be trusted by me again. Someone donates to me. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. And 6 weeks has apologized to me. But they will never have my trust again because of things that have gone on in the background, which I won't. That's between us. Once you betray me, once you act badly toward me, once you stab me in the back or not nice to me or troll me, I don't trust you anymore. Now, I'm reading this book on Jewish history and it says we're supposed to forgive, and it's part of what being Jewish is. Well, sorry, but I can't forgive people that are not acting in my best interest. I can understand it, but if they act in ways like people did, my phone calls on Skype, my phone calls on Google Hangouts were published, and Drone had did personal information on me that should have never been revealed. I don't trust him anymore. And some say they're behind the phony podcast network that was supposedly going to hire me at $2,000 a week. And that didn't happen. Because that was a whole phony put-up job to sucker me in. Much like a lot of people who have said that I'm going to be on television, I'm going to be in the films, I'm going to do this, there'll be an animated show, there'll be this, that, and the other. Well, I'm losing people in droves. So this weekend I will be doing paranormal research because I think that's what people want me to discuss, and I haven't been doing it because of personal issues. And I did this tonight because I got enough rest. So And Justin's a hard guy to get a hold of because he works. He runs a store. I've been trying to call him for months. He's always at work. I'd like to talk to Justin on the phone. I'd love to see him in chat. And after October, I will save up the money for that Alexa View or whatever the hell it's called, Kindle View or Amazon View. And then if somebody else gets an Amazon View, they can talk to me live. And then with their permission, I will record the call. So spend the $200 if you would have talked to me on my video cast. Then I can see you on the screen. And I guess it as a speaker. I have no idea. Now, Hanukkah is December. So if someone wants to buy me one before Hanukkah, I'll take it. Although I don't know how it would interfere with... yeah, well, that's because it's DSL. When I go to cable internet, I'm hoping this will stop. I can't do anything until I come up with the money. I got the money order to the company in Florida, hidden in a secret location, because I'm still paranoid about somebody breaking in here and stealing other things, like my television and my computer. And as soon as I get an answer from them, is this the right amount? And if I pay this off in full, will you contact Comcast so I can pay my bill? Because Comcast could not even determine that I owed them any money. Several times. Which is aggravating as hell. And then finally I got their collection department. They said, "Oh, it's $254. I said, "No, I owe you $127. The company in Florida took that up. They said, "We have no record of any collection company in Florida." So they're screwed up. I saw your question, Shortwave. I talked about Leonard. May he rest in peace. And I think it was terrible William Shatner not to go to his funeral. He could have spent 30 grand. Flown from Florida to the Red Cross function, charity function he went to. And he could have gone to Leonard Nimoy, his supposed dear friend. And I would have been on a plane if I had that kind of money. I would have shown up at my friend's funeral and not send my daughters as proxy people. If the guy's your big pal, your buddy, you don't send your daughters. And Shatner got a lot of crap in that. I lost a lot of this. I lost a lot of respect for William Shatner. It's a damn. No, I must have moved that trash can. Oh, there it is. It was under the table. But, now the only person I'm seeing typing is Shortwave. Okay, guys. How many times have I said this? The delay is because of what's called buffering, not the stuff you take for headaches. And it's part of my having DSL. When I go to cable internet in a few months, I hope that this will stop. I will have faster internet. And there won't be delay. You realize I'm doing this during YouTube's prime time, too. Where everybody is posting to YouTube. So, that's the other deal there. Fiddling with this hook thing. I have all these, excuse me, I have all these shopping bags in the other room, and they wind up everywhere. And I'm trying to get as much of this plate as neat as I can. Place, not plate. So that's why I'm buying these command type hooks. And this one is worse than the command because it's now sticking to my fingers. And now it's sticking to itself. And these little arrows won't come off. I don't know how to fetch the chat. What do I do? Okay, hold on. Maybe I hide chat and then... Hold on. How do I bring the chat back? Oh, jeez. Show chat. Okay. Well, that didn't do a lot. I hid chat and I just don't understand why more people. I got the argument one night when I did it on Monday night. Oh, people are working. Okay, I did it on Tuesday. Did it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. People are busy Sunday. Don't do it on Sundays. And I wanted to do one night when I'm not having this pronounced lisp at 7 o'clock on Sunday. And there's a specific reason why. There's nothing to do with the hour of 7 o'clock. And do it on time. Oh, God. And do my voice. I think I have to be lubricated to do this sometimes because my voice slips out and starts getting slurred. That's one reason I want the CAT scan, the CT scan, whatever it's called, to make sure I didn't have a stroke. And that's causing my periodic voice problems. Or it could be the acid reflux doing this. Boy, this thing won't come off. All right, I'm going to cut it off. Ah! Evil and vicious. Cutting off the pore adhesive. Now this is supposed to be removable. There's no